Hello, this video is a response to Guide of the Blind to one of my previous videos where he says I speak as though I have marbles in my mouth. So I am going to try and speak a little bit more clearly so that he can understand it. According to the Christian faith, which is based on the Old Testament myth of Adam and Eve, I would like to examine this a little bit more closely, and I hope Guide of the Blind will take notes. We must all die. We are born imperfect because of a little fruit that Eve ate one day. She was instructed not to eat this fruit, and yet she did. Am I speaking clearly now? Of course, the all-powerful God did not do anything to prevent her from eating of this fruit. Neither did he try and prevent or intervene Satan from tempting her. Instead, he went on a holiday. Or perhaps he just hid behind a bush to see what would happen. He left his beloved new created children in the care of Satan, probably the best used car salesman in the universe. If I went away, or if you went away, would you leave your children in the care of a known pedophile, or perhaps a murderer? Because if you did, and you came back from your holiday, and something had happened to your children, why would you blame the children? It does not make any sense. We have to die because of this deed of Eve. In fact, God had to send his son Jesus to us to sacrifice himself for us so that we can be redeemed. This is ridiculous because I personally do not see a sacrifice. Do you? I don't see a sacrifice at all. Jesus always was at the right hand of God, and according to the good book, the Bible, he still is. Where is the sacrifice? A sacrifice is when somebody or something dies in order to save someone else. For example, the people in the Old Testament used to sacrifice young lambs to God, who just loved the smell of burning flesh. He probably loved the sound of the animal's fear as its throat was slit. He just loved it because he loved Abel's sacrifices, which were animals, and he just could not stand Cain's sacrifices, which were fruit or vegetables, as he was a farmer and not a rancher, as per Abel. I don't see the sacrifice of Jesus coming down to earth. In fact, I don't see any evidence of Jesus at all. Outside the Bible, that is, there is one historian, Josephus, and he, in 16 volumes of his history of the time, wrote 2 sentences about the alleged, perhaps, existence of a man called Jesus, which was a very popular name at the time. I personally find this rather unusual, because if Jesus had walked on water, raised the dead, healed so many people, I would think he would be more popular than somebody, an icon of we know of today, like Elvis. I think Jesus would be more popular than Elvis, and yet we have all the historians, and we have 2 sentences relating to an alleged existence of a person called Jesus. Sounds ridiculous to me, Guide of the Blind. I suggest you carry on with your so-called pseudonym, Guide of the Blind, because that's exactly what you are doing. You are guiding the blind. Anyway, let me not take any more of your time. As Pat Condell says, peace to you brothers out there, and thank you for listening to me speaking so clearly.